Child. Not my mama forcing a FaceTime through. Interrupting my video and carrying out. Where my sugar wuggle? Where little sugar wuggle? So, y'all know how what was it, next Friday? How they had big joker, baby joker, little joker, baby joker. We be doing that. Big sugar, little sugar, baby sugar. Me, my mama, my baby. We silly sugar wuggle, where little sugar wuggle? So they called Angel. They've been driving 3 hours. We doing some wandering. She said, well, it's an exclusive location. Giselle said, so exclusive, you don't even know about it. That was a good one. And she gonna tell them, the experience is still there for you. Girl, at this point, it's 2 o'clock. She says, Ashley was still trying to throw a bone. Well, how far is the excursion from the airport? Well, it's about 2 hours. Girl. I think this is where the trip ends for us. Kiana goes like, you guys, this is a $10,000 dinner experience. Girl, I got a flight to catch. I'm not finna play around with her and her terrible planning not a second longer than I have to. No, it's not happening, okay? I can't believe they would fly fish. I just would have been up in that hotel getting a massage. Up in that hotel with my feet up somewhere, getting a jacuzzi, drinking a drink by the pool or something. Like, I'm not gonna be fly fishing before I get on the plane. So they're like they finna turn around and go to the airport because this is crazy. And like I said, how's she not gonna call them to check on them to see where they at? If you've been driving for 3 hours, why would you not check on them? Give them an ETA or something, because at the very least, every hour, I would think, hey, y'all, just checking. Are y'all this, that, and the third? How far are y'all out? Okay. Share locations. Everybody got iPhones. Share locations with somebody so we can see what's happening. I don't know. That's just the planner in me. That's just we both trying to get to the same place, and it's somewhere where we both don't know where we going. We finna share locations, and we finna have addresses, not coordinates. Craziness. Oh my God. Angel calls her staff and lets them know the ladies aren't coming. I said, no, none of y'all are going. Don't say the ladies are none of y'all are going. Okay, I thought that was weird because it's like, did she make them stay? Now I need to know. Did she hold them hostage and make them go to this fly fishing and this dinner? I'm concerned. Questions that need answering, y'all. Questions that need answers. So on the after show, Angel was complaining, saying that the ladies, the Four Seasons, didn't leave until around 11:30 when they were supposed to be there at 11. I said, babe, they thought they had to be there at 1. I heard Ashley say they had to be there at 1. So you're saying they had to be there at 11. So if you knew that they didn't leave till 11:30, why would you let them drive there knowing that they need to go to the airport by 2? Again, terrible planning with unwillingness to course correct. So many ways we could have fixed this. Because if y'all ain't leaving till 11:30, girl, just stay at the hotel. We finna come over there and eat some food, and then y'all can be off to the airport. Don't even let them folks get to cooking. Let them break it on down. She also mentioned that they left the day house at 9. Angel. Y'all left the house at 9. Was still driving to get there at 11:30 when they left, and was still lost beyond that. I was flabbergasted. Okay, I was just like, she's talking about something. And the crew stayed there overnight to be there early enough to da 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 da. Tia tells Angel that, this doesn't even really feel like a girls trip, I just feel like we've been so separated. Like, it's not even really been a girls trip. And now Angel wants to throw herself on the sword and it's like, oh no, what have I done wrong? This trip was such a bust. What have I done? Okay, I'm like, girl, what you've done is be way too sensitive, and you're a mean girl follower instead of having your own mind. Because if you just played it cool and just been yourself, because I feel like herself is better than what she gave us this season. It's like you was trying to give us too much, but it went very much in the wrong direction. You let Kiana influence you way too much, and it isolated you from the group, and then you sitting there with your palms up wondering why you isolated. Because you letting Kiana beef you up while y'all by yourselves, but when y'all with the group, she on mute. She ain't got nothing to say. She ain't backing you up nowhere. But you steady, but you steady being influenced by her. And like I said, I saw the interview where she claimed that she reached out to the ladies and stuff, but for some reason it was off camera. That's odd. I don't know, child. Or maybe they didn't show it. Maybe they didn't show it. Maybe, y'all think they sabotaged her with the rental and everything else. And, they sabotaged her with the coordinates and everything. So maybe they sabotaged her and didn't show us the footage of her reaching out and thinking that she's forming bonds. But even though she thinks she would literally say, I just want to get closer to you. Like, so you trying and it's not working. But it seems like there was no course correct. You just stayed on the same path of misunderstanding and Kiana-ness. Man. She starts crying. Tia's comforting her from the back seat. No kindness I show is effort enough. I said, oh Lord. Meanwhile, Giselle is over there smashing that food truck meal. Miss, I don't eat from food trucks, and we don't eat on the side of the road. She was smashing that food truck meal. Even on Watch What Happens Live, I think when she did her Watch What Happens 5, talking about, he was like, what was a surprisingly good part of the trip? She was like, that food was good. Oh, that food was real good. Exactly, like you was talking all that smack about. Not want no food truck meal. She was smashing that food. So Giselle asked the Wendy now, well, how was y'all car ride? Wendy said, it was very interesting. Maybe we just needed some food. Stacy's like, yeah, sometimes things happen when you're hangry. And Jassy ends up filling them in on what happened. Stacy confronted her about the Sharice thing. Jassy confronted Stacy about the wedding attendants. And then Stacy, out of nowhere, was... No, this is what Jassy says. Stacy was distancing herself from me until she found out until y'all was on her head. And then she came and recruited me for help. I said, no lies told. No lies told. Because our first time seeing Jassy was like mid-season, and Stacy had took her out and was like, oh my God, these girls are so mean. What you been doing, girl? You should come around. And then they had her at the Preakness. And she started coming around. I said, Lord, Jassy done read them. Jassy read them. And Jassy's just like, I see the good in you, but I also see the bullshit in you. Stacey's just like, listen, coming from the person that wants to be friends with everybody, trying to be friends with everybody, and was it Stacey? A friend to everyone is a friend to no one. Wendy was like, girl, you started this whole argument confronting her about Sharice. Now, how is you getting mad when you was attacking her? Me and Stacey was like, attacking, confronting, but not quite attacking. Confronting for sure. So Wendy gets to going again. Don't do that to me. You can do that to them. You can play with them like that, but don't play with me like that. I held you down. You motherfucking this with the motherfucker. Yeah, I said motherfucker. Maybe it's the gas station margaritas. Stacy is over it. Stacy walks off. Okay, she went and got her bag. She went and got her bag, and Wendy goes behind her and was like, I was your friend when everybody else hated you and was on your head. And everybody feel like, oh my God, why would she see that? She's a bad person for saying that. I was like, is she? Because it's not a lie. Now, Wendy, I feel like this with Wendy. I don't think she's a bad friend to Stacey. A lot of people feel like she's a bad friend to Stacey. I don't think they were friends last season, but this season, all we've seen is Wendy really stick up for her. She'll laugh. She might partake in a conversation, but I feel like whatever she says to the ladies, she'll say to Stacey. So what's the problem? I'ma say it to your face. It ain't never gonna be a secret. I might laugh with the rest of the friends, like, oh my God, this girl stay lying. And then when I see you, I'm be like, girl, so what you finna lie about today? What about this and then the third? And girl, yeah, we was sure talking about. We wanted to know. Sitting up gossiping, it is what it is. But I mean, if I say it to your face and you will do the same when I'm not around. Wendy doesn't have my back. You was absolutely bad mouthing Wendy. Not even just taking part in a hee ha ha. You was bad mouthing Wendy. Like she ain't good enough to meet your husband or something. I ain't gonna say bad mouthing, but you had things to say that weren't so pleasant. Would that still be bad mouthing? Who cares? I was your friend when everybody else hated you. Well, Wendy, you just screamed at me and read me for filth because I always have your back. She has. Stacey said, did you? Have you had my back? Ashley says, she did. I said, Ashley, what if your water ass come from? Why is you over here? This ain't got nothing to do with you. I literally did not even see or pay attention to Ashley being there until she was like, she did have your back. Why are you here? Oh, why is you here? Word to Jocelyn, her dad, she clean for 3 years out here. I know that's right. She need to give me a run me my money. That was my jam. Bitch, we can never be friends. Run me my money. What was the one everybody else like? Do it like it's my B-day, baby. Do it like it's my B-day. Listen, every other year, Jocelyn stumbles on her hit or something. She due for another one at this point. She due for another one. Ooh. I hope she not like... You know, people best music when they on drugs or when they fat. And then when they not on drugs or they get skinny, the music don't hit the same. Oh my gosh, I hope Jocelyn can give us another hit. Child, I went on for the tangent. I was about to get on my iPad and look and see if Jocelyn got a song. I'm still doing that. But anyway, so you screamed at me and ran me for filth. Ashley, she did have your back, babe. She did. And then Wendy's like, you remember you said that. I said, until you do right by me. Calm down. Everybody is so high strung in this moment. But like I said, this trip has put everybody on edge. It put me on edge. So I could understand. You see, I had to take a gummy before I come and review it. Because I can't stand when people be in the reviews. And they be like, they be so angry. I be like, oh my God, calm down. I'm a delicate little flower. Stop talking to me like that. Stop. Why are you? Oh, stupid bitch. Why you? I know, you see how the spirit of this bad trip is getting on everybody and everybody just be mad. So I didn't want to come to y'all like that. I didn't want to do it. I am a delicate flower. I am, just a sweet, gentle soul. I don't need that. She too got some music out recently. Oh, bitch, like 2 days ago. We might get somewhere. With that. I'm glad. You see how we get there? We stumbled across that. Let me add that to the library. We're going to listen to some Jocelyn. I might even review the song. I might do a music review and do Jocelyn just because this happened in such a way. Y'all, look at this. She got some tassels on her pants. You don't see that? Look at her. The Puerto Rican princess. I miss being her on TV because I do not watch that stuff on Zeus, baby. Two gâteaux for me. Child, I'm like 45 minutes in at this point. Convention, focus. We at the last scene. Jesse is crying. What is happening? You see what I'm saying? Everybody is just high emotions, is tense. Wendy yelling and cussing. Stacy storming off like she finna get an Uber and just leave everybody else. Angel still driving around in the mountains crying. Jassy crying. The pit bull in the corner crying. Everybody pregnant. Where the 2 Chainz? So Jessie over there crying because she feel like Stacy don't even. She said it's like when you love a friend and they don't even like you. I said she's so dramatic. Y'all been knowing each other for like 2 years. Calm down. And this is TV. Please stop. I was just cracking up. It was so much going on. It was so many emotions in this episode. The ladies are gagged because Wendy has always defended her at every turn. So they're just like, oh, well, that's one thing she needs to know is Wendy has absolutely had her back when everybody else was piling on. And Wendy has. Like I said, she'll laugh at some stuff because, I mean, whatever. But Monique said, she really mad because you told the truth on her? Wendy's like, I'm going to check it out one more time. So Wendy goes over there and Stacy tells her she mad that she was on Jesse's side. She's like, because she was right. And you shouldn't be mad at me for saying that. And Stacy just don't want Wendy to be ganging up on her with the ops and people being mad at her. Like, what Giselle tell Robin back in the day? Girl, don't you ever check me in front of them. You pull me to the side. You pull me to the side. Y'all remember that? They was on some trip. It was a trip where they put some fake snake in somebody's bed. Anyway, it starts thundering. And Wendy's like, see, it's upset because we doing this, because we beefing. And she's like, yell at them and all of that, but don't think I'm not your friend. Like, period. They hug it out and Wendy started messing with her booty or something. I was like, why are they messing with her booty? Giselle come over like, it ain't nothing back there. It ain't nothing back there. Look, smack it. Look at it. Ain't nothing back there. I said, why is your... Well, Giselle was using Wendy's hand to smack Stacy's booty. I was like, these folks are so crazy. So, yeah, y'all, that was the episode, basically. This was the semi-finale, essentially. So, everybody, nothing was exciting on the end card. Let's see. Giselle... She lost the battle in court with her dad's will. That was the only thing they really put on there. Wendy, she facing 15 years in jail for fraud. Who else? Ashley, her and Josh be on and off, and she's writing a children's book. I said, Ashley, who wants a children's book from you? They must even have Dean and Dylan name on it. Maybe Dean and Dylan gonna be the authors. Because Ashley, please get out my face. Please. Okay. Who else we got? Stacy. What was Stacy doing? I can't even remember Stacy's card. She was single. She's still with T-Mo but not married. I don't know. Girl, who cares? Tia still building her relationship with her sister and making sure her kids don't be telling about half of all them parties. Ain't no more parties. They said, what's the girl name? Angel bought a house and Tia wasn't the realtor. Baby, I choked on my water when I saw that because I said she did all that kissing up, trying to be her friend, trying to get that $1 million sales commission on deck, and she didn't even go with her. She bought a $2 million house though, so she, like I said, it look like she gonna be on Potomac next year. She's owed that. Like at this point, I'm grown enough to know, even if I dislike the character that they portrayed on such season, they're entitled to a second year to see if they can make up for it. And if they don't, then the judgment is there. Okay, the judgment is. My child in the hallway, y'all. Okay, I'll right back. She put a note under the door. All right, y'all, let me go here. It's time for me to get up out of here, apparently. I guess that's what this note is. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, comment on the video. But like the video. Bye.